Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Hey, it's Coffee Ann time on ON, AM, and FM on a Monday morning. It's August the 11th. It's Victory Day in the state of Rhode Island. All right, hope you have the day off today. That would be really nice. I'm Joe Callahan. Dave Richards is right over there. Hello there, Dave.
Hello there. How are ya?
All right. So we expect Melissa Murray to be scooting on in as soon as possible. All right, and she'll be with us for the rest of the program as well. We'll hear from Leslie Page from Woonsocket Harris Public Library a little later on as well. So, Dave, the good news.
Well, there's lots of good news out there, Joe. I'm glad to see you recognize that.
As I was driving in today, coming down Route 295 South. Sometimes I think I get my north and south mixed up, but coming down 295 South, it was always a bother as you come into Rhode Island. You have to get over into the center lane because all the orange cones are out at Diamond Hill Road. And then it opens up again until you get to Mendon Road. And you got to get up in the center lane again. And then it opens up again till you get to 146. And you got to get in the center lane again.
Yeah. I just stay in the center lane, Joe.
And even down to Route 7, down to Smithfield, it's back into the center lane.
Right.
Well, coming up to Mendon Road in Cumberland, no more orange cones, no more orange barrels.
Somebody stole them?
I'm like, what's happened? Melissa Murray has just joined us on the Coffee Inn.
Well, wait a minute. I want to hear the end of your story.
Well,
yeah.
Well, it's kind of an open-ended question because I go, does this mean the bridge that crosses over 295 is done? And I looked up, and I saw no wooden beams that have been there. I'm like, maybe it's complete. And as I said, I forget who I was telling last week. I said I cannot remember when this bridge was not under construction.
Right.
It's been years.
Yeah.
I mean, years. And but I looked, I only had a few seconds as I'm looking up, driving under it. There's still 2 porta potties on the bridge that have not been removed.
That's not their deal. That would be
I know that.
The vendor will come by
and get
those.
it. But
sometimes they don't come pick up on the weekends. I know that because of done events.
Or does it mean, no, we're still coming back? Well, not today. It's a holiday, so they won't be there today. But maybe we're coming back on Tuesday to finish up, so keep them there because we're still going to be using them, and we'll let you know when you can come and get them. I don't know. But the barrels
and there's all those,
Mendon Road are
those
gone.
motorists that may need to stop,
Oh, yeah, stopping on that highway, on that bridge? Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. So I was like, ooh, that's exciting news. And it was such exciting news that my brother Kevin, when he was driving in for Saturday morning cheap seats, called me to tell me he saw it on Saturday. That's how excited he was.
That's funny.
He goes, when did this happen? I said, I think it happened Saturday morning.
The news is sweeping across the globe.
Or Friday afternoon. I was like, that's just amazing.
Oh.
So, all right. So that's, you may notice that. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. Also on Friday, I don't know if you paid attention to this, but they unveiled the Tom Brady statue at Gillette Stadium.
Yep.
That was Friday, wasn't it?
It was Friday before the game. And did you hear Tom's speech? He spoke for about 6 minutes. He had 2 really funny jokes. I go, this guy is very humorous. Whoever wrote
He's got good writers.
his little speech, it was great. And he says, and one of them was, well, now the New York Jets fans will have beer, can now throw their beer at me when they're leaving the game when their team is losing. Probably in the second quarter.
Oh.
And he said, all right, maybe the third. I said, oh, now that's funny. And then he was going on and he was thanking people. And then he said, oh, hang on for a minute. And he reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out his cell phone. And he's like, oh, hi. And then he looked at the statue. He goes, you think so? Oh, okay. And he hung up the phone. And then he looked at the sculptors, the person that made it. And I think his name was Jerry. Jerry, that was Coach Belichick on the phone. He says, it could use more work. Like Belichick used to tell him, there's always room for improvement. Gosh, that is funny. So that's really cool. So the thing is 12 feet high, but with he's got an extended right arm, left arm?
Yeah.
Right arm. And then there's the base. So the thing is basically 17 feet high.
You got to have a base, so you just can't dance.
Well, right, I know.
Yeah.
And the base is basically a stop sign. It's got 6 sides. I think that's to represent the 6 states of New England. And it's They wanted to make it 17 feet because when he was here with us, he won 17 AFC East championships.
Okay.
So that all kind of
right.
comes together, kind of thing. And I think the statue looks really nice. So good for him, and it'll always be there. Mm-hmm. Which is great. So, which will bring people in. They want to have their selfies taken with them. Although you're going to have to stand at a bizarre angle and sure to get you and him in the same picture.
Right. Especially if you're short, you're going to walk way out, and then you
go
got people
way
in back
out.
of you.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a bad angle.
And then they'll say, "Why don't you come on into the Hall of Fame?"
Bad
There you go. The Hall of Fame's nice. So
See,
there we go. All right. As Dave mentioned earlier, it's going to be hot this week.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like heat wave hot.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's just be
We've seen worse.
prepared. Right. I mean, it's not going to be in the hundreds, right?
The heat index won't be in the hundreds necessarily, but the temperature is
90s,
going to be
though.
up there in the 90s. You have to understand,
So it's hot.
it's kind of like a light switch thing. When they're predicting, anytime they predict temperature of 90 degrees or more, the National Weather Service will say sunny and hot. They don't use the word hot at any other temperature below 90.
Okay.
I don't know if you realize
Really?
it.
No.
Oh, fun fact.
That's true.
So
Every day's a school
88
day.
is
It's
not
a
hot.
rule, and being a federal
rule.
and being a federal body, they got rules.
Of course.
Yeah, and so and a heat wave is 3 consecutive days of 90
That I know.
degrees or
Yeah,
more,
okay.
and we will have 3.5 on this and then it's going to get nice again for the end of the week. Oh, I love this. We got 2 more Levitt concerts.
Keep those
And-
fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, well, that's right. Sorry, should have remembered that. But this one coming up, Terrence Simeon, gonna.
Oh, the Zydeco.
Oh, he's gonna drag him in like Steve Smith did.
Good.
Oh,
good.
are you kidding me? People just
This
love
stuff
that
kicks.
Zydeco
Yeah.
music. They love to dance to it. They love to be there. They love the atmosphere of the whole thing. It's like Mardi Gras and the rest of that stuff in the summertime. The only thing that's ever wrong with Mardi Gras is it was in the
It's in the
wintertime.
winter,
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, people love that, and it's going to be a big concert this weekend. And we weren't sure how to take it when we saw the early forecasts for temperatures in the 90s all week. We know, like 3 weeks ago, we had temperatures 95. 103, 104 degree heat index, and we had these pop-up showers that just popped up, and they're basically made of evaporation, convection, and stuff like that, like most rain. But it happens so fast you can't even predict them. You could just say, well, it's likely to happen. That's about it. And then you'll watch the radar. Well, like last weekend, I didn't even turn on the radar in the truck. Didn't need to. Weekend before that, I didn't. And this Friday, I predict I will not be turning the radar on in the truck again. It may seem a little arrogant to you, but I would say no, that we're just that sure of the forecast.
All right. Well, that's fantastic.
So everybody come out.
Good.
Yeah.
You only got 2 more Levitt concerts left.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll be wishing you had one to go to on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. So, just some of the stuff going on in the news. Oh, let's ask Melissa this question.
Let's ask Melissa.
Can you give us the story behind the story?
Make her feel wanted.
What are you hearing? Governor Dan McKee, his nominee for Secretary of Commerce is Stephen Pryor. Mm-hmm. Stephen Pryor resigned his job as Rhode Island's housing secretary.
Yep.
You want me to field this one?
No, because she's the state senator.
Oh, okay. Because I had an opinion.
This will need Senate confirmation.
Will it? Okay.
Yes.
He resigned in June of 2024. He served as Commerce Secretary in 2015 with former Governor Gina Raimondo. So he's done this job before.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Commerce Secretary when I was first elected.
Okay.
And
then we
saw him many times in front of Senate Finance Committee in both roles.
Has he been nominated because he's done the job before?
I can't speak to the motives.
Okay.
I know there's going
Too
to be. Yeah, right. I don't
I can
know
hypothesize.
You can. I'm not going to. I'm not going to hypothesize about the governor's motives on this one.
No, because when I say it, it's just radio. When you say it, it's news.
That's true story. True story. I have a lot of questions. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Dave, all right. Hypothesize. Please, why is Stephen Pryor back? Or the nominee? He's not back
I don't
yet.
know, but I can tell you what I heard.
That's my question. Why is he back?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know
okay.
anything more than anybody else does. But
Other than what you
I hear stuff.
Okay.
And what I'm hearing is, first of all, he left state service to go into private industry.
When he quit in 2024.
It didn't work out.
Okay.
And now he still needs a job.
All right.
And so, hey, can I come back and do my old job?
Well, it's a different job.
Well,
old job. Okay.
It's in
Yeah.
the same general
Yeah.
vein. It might be a different title, but it's
I
the
come
same
back to
general
the
right.
state house.
So, but that's nothing to laugh at. I mean, a person has to work. A worker has to work.
Yeah.
And it happens that you will take a job that looks right, and then it's a bad fit for either you or them or whatever, and it just doesn't work out. There's no shame in any of that. There's nothing going wrong. It's just part of life's rich bounty of baloney. So he tried private industry, didn't work out. He's on the beach, as we say here in radio. We call it on the beach when you're out of work. And then he calls up the governor and says, "Hey, listen, did you fill those positions over there? You got anything open?" And the governor's probably looking at it saying, "Yeah, okay, fine. He was here before. I got some openings. Why would I say no?"
And the governor's got a decent relationship with him. I'm going to make an assumption there.
Sure.
Okay.
So that's how that sort of thing happens. I think I think there's lots of little jokes that could be made, but I don't think that they're fair. A worker is a worker. They go to work. They try to provide a service or a product or whatever like that. And you either agree with their work or you don't agree with their work. If you're the supervisor and you disagree with their work, then you've got a problem. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody's got a problem. But if you're not in charge of them and you disagree with their work, it's so much discussion. And there was times where I saw his previous work on my behalf as a state operative, and I looked at it and I said, huh? There's got to be stuff I don't know because that don't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. So personally, as a citizen of the state, I've looked at his work previous, and I'm saying, I haven't learned how to love the guy, but maybe that's just me, because I don't work with him every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting out here like a citizen. So anyway, that's what I think I know based on what I heard and what I thought.
All right, Melissa, you say it needs Senate confirmation. Does it need the House confirmation?
No.
Just the Senate.
In the Constitution, it's only the Senate that
okay.
confirms.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What are you hearing about your constituents? Is
Well,
this
you're
gonna
not
be
in session
easy?
now, so you're not talking to
Right, we're not in
everybody.
session.
I know, but you
so
might be
he'll
talking to people.
he'll be interim until then. I don't really have a pulse on this
Okay.
because we're not convening all the time. I have personal feelings that I'm not ready to express right now.
Well, they will come out on the floor when it's your
They
time
will,
to vote.
yeah. But like I said, I have questions about his behavior and effectiveness in past positions, and there's going to be questions that I'll be asking.
Do you get to question him? Is that like
So
like
it
the
will be
congressional things you say?
No. So he won't be. I won't sit in a committee in which he'll come forward before. But
Okay.
But if I were him or any nominee, I would make phone calls. That's kind of what you do, asking for folks.
For their
Yeah, right. Hey,
their
is there any
votes.
questions I can answer for you?
That's right, yeah.
Because that's on the nominee.
That's standard
Yeah,
procedure,
that's
right?
standard procedure.
Yeah.
Right. Like, hey,
And nominating somebody to do a job is standard procedure.
right.
If
I
it's
would
a certain
certainly,
class of job, then the Senate gets to confirm.
yeah, I would certainly call the members of finance first, although you may just go in front of the Commerce Committee. I'm not sure. I feel like it would probably be finance. But, maybe
So-
it's a joint thing.
There's information out there to collect and do
Yep.
your diligence on it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program. More coming up.
No matter what, I hate to see any person who wants to work unemployed.
Okay.
Serious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything else that's been said aside, you hate to see somebody unemployed.
All right. Keep that in mind. Howard Stern is going to be unemployed, Dave. On that note,
no.
break time coming your way. 766-1240.
Get that censor button ready.
If
Beep, beep, beep,
you
beep,
want to
beep.
send in a comment or a question.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
and worldwide.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. Bad accident in Providence last night.
Yeah,
heard
really
about
bad.
Person riding a motorcycle. They had a passenger on the back of their motorcycle. Looks like they collided with a car in the area of Ontario Street and Elmwood Avenue. The driver of the motorcycle passes away at the scene. The second individual,
You don't
the second
drive
passenger,
a motorcycle, you ride a motorcycle.
but you still
Operator.
someone's going to operate it. The
Yeah,
operator
right.
died.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second individual rushed to the hospital. They've got life-threatening injuries. No word on them yet. The driver of the vehicle stayed at the scene and is cooperating. No charges have been filed with the
Yeah.
driver. It doesn't look like the driver did anything wrong if the motorcycle crashed into them. But
Yeah.
You
yeah.
never know.
you
Sometimes
you can't run.
sometimes the
So-
sun is a factor.
I don't have a time when this happened.
Yeah, and sometimes they were distracted by something else that was going on.
yeah.
And they just didn't see the car. I mean,
That's
we've
right.
all, we all, well, I think everybody around the table here has got a driver's license, and you've all been in situations, I know I have, where something just distracts you, and before you even realize that you shouldn't be thinking about it, something else happens.
Yeah, I
Car in
didn't know
front
there was
you
a lot of
stopping, yeah.
a lot of motorcycles out this weekend because of the nice weather. You
Yeah.
just have to really be extra careful.
Yeah.
That whole, look twice. Yeah, absolutely.
Years
There were
ago,
a lot of bikes out.
I hit a car coming out of a side street. They didn't see me.
Okay.
I saw me. I knew where I was, and I was driving along at speed limit, and they just, like 10, 15 feet in front of me, hit the gas and pulled out in front of me, and I hit them.
Well,
There was no way to stop.
Yeah, it had that happen to me too a long time ago, but except they hit me. They T-boned me. And I was coming up and they couldn't see around a guardrail.
Yeah.
They didn't see me coming.
Yeah.
I was driving the speed limit and they T-boned me. It was, my car was totaled.
Ooh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Also,
Many visits to the chiropractor, but it wasn't my fault. I was just driving in a straight line. It happens.
Yeah, it does.
All right, this never happens. At least it doesn't.
This
make the
never
news.
happens?
Yeah. Last Friday was the football game at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
Luke Bryan was at the Xfinity Center in Mansfield.
Good old Luke, yeah.
Country artist.
Y'all.
Okay. Now, when the artists come in, they usually get on the they're very nice bus, and they come down from Boston.
Right.
That's where they stay. They go do the show, and then they go wherever they got to go afterwards. Found out that Luke Bryan actually stopped into a restaurant in Mansfield.
Sure.
I'm like, but there's free food for him at the Xfinity Center. I don't know why he's stopping in the local restaurant, but I thought that's
Maybe
so
he had
cool.
a craving.
Oh, I can tell you.
Maybe,
I can tell you
um,
what that is.
publicity?
No, not necessarily. Many artists will want to do this. Some get to do it, some don't. If they're going somewhere, they want, especially if they're doing an arena tour, they call these arena tours, where there's like 60,000 people. You'll never know their names. You have no idea what it's like living here. You're doing a touch and go in the area, but you want to be relevant. Like when Jimmy Buffett was working at Xfinity when he was alive, he talked about Cape Cod sand in his shoes and stuff like that. You know, you always the best performers want to be relevant, so he'll stop in someplace. I've heard them stop into a supermarket and just walk around and get some idea of some little tidbits they can talk about when they're on stage.
I think you're right about this, Dave, because most of the time, I'm going to exclude Jimmy Buffett for a minute. Most of the time, you're going to go see an artist at the Xfinity Center. The first thing they say is, "Hey, Boston, nice to see
Boston.
you."
Yeah, right. They think they're in Boston.
Always.
And they're not.
Always. Like, well, you're not even, well, you're close, but
more than 40%
you're
of
a
the people
little
are
south of
Rhode
there.
Islanders.
I know,
that
that's
you're talking
true.
to. Yeah.
The restaurant he went to, there's one, they've got two, well, maybe three, but there's one on Route 1 in North Attleboro. When you go up Route 1 called Fresh Catch Seafood. Ever see it, hear it?
I've heard of it,
No,
but I
drive
know.
by it. There's another. Their original store restaurant is in Mansfield, and it's a combination, obviously seafood Japanese place.
Oh, good. So they got cooked and uncooked seafood.
Yes, they do. Plenty of sushi
Okay.
if you want it.
All right.
I don't know what he got, and it took a while for the owner to realize who he was, because in this rather large man.
Because he wasn't in costume, probably.
the big hat, and,
Well,
and
yeah,
the entourage is there. It's like, who are
Right.
you?
I wouldn't know.
Kind of thing.
I
So I
wouldn't
said,
know.
well, that was pretty cool. I don't know if any other artist has actually stopped into town and stopped in somewhere.
If you were not from New England and you were touring in New England, wouldn't you want to stop for seafood
Oh, you
too? If
still
you
get
love
seafood.
seafood, because
Yeah.
you're like, where else am I going to get it? Where it's going to be this good? It's
Yeah,
maybe
right.
California, right? So
But it's different seafood, right? Up there
Yeah,
in California.
right.
All right. Boy, there's a marketing company that's putting out commercials right now in Boston for Boston, and they're actually saying that. The food they say the food in Boston is fantastic. Come up here and try it, and then they go, yes, we've got lobster tail, and yes, we got clam chowder. Everybody knows that, but we got a lot of other stuff. That's the whole point of come visit up in Boston right now. All right, an investigation going on down in Jamestown. Body washed ashore.
I saw that.
Oh, jeez, that's and a swimmer near Heads Beach. Does anyone know is that near Beavertail? That's the only thing I know
Don't
on Jamestown.
know. Not sure.
Dave, any idea? Heads Beach on Jamestown? Is it near Beavertail? State Park?
I have to tell you, I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's where they were
But
found. It was
I
near
think it's where the ferry was. Heads Beach, I think, is where the ferry used to be. There's a small beach there
Seaside
next to
Drive.
the docks.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Okay. Swimmer was out there. He sees the body, or she sees the body, doesn't say. Gets out, calls the cops. They come down. Taken for an autopsy. No word yet on just how long it had been in the water. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, so we'll have to...
So the swimmer found the body. Yeah, I didn't catch that
There
part.
it is. Well, if they're floating, that means they've been in at least a little while.
Yes.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
Bodies don't
because it
float
takes
very
a
well.
while for the
Build
body
up
to
and-
float.
yep.
Yeah. So a week, maybe?
Probably not that long, but
Biological gases, I think they call them.
yeah.
Is that what
yeah.
it is? All right.
Yes. I do have a degree in forensics, and this was part of our
Oh, yeah?
course study, so I
All
know
right.
random things
Do you
about-
recall do you recall, generally speaking? I know it varies.
It depends on temperature.
temperature, right?
Yeah, right. Right.
The temperature of the water, it'll happen
Yeah, it's
quicker
been
in
too
colder
long
water
since
and
I-
less. And I think water temperature off Narragansett Bay and Rhode Island Sound is 71
It's
now.
really nice and warm, I will tell you that.
Yeah, it's 71.
I have been swimming at the beach. I can tell you it's
okay.
lovely. Lovely.
Well,
Perfect.
we have a man from North Providence is going to spend 9 years in federal prison. Bank fraud and firearms charges. It was an organized conspiracy to defraud banks and steal individuals' personal information. And he was also illegally possessed a gun. He pleaded guilty back in April to multiple charges. Going to spend 9 years in federal prison on this one.
Yep.
So
That'll do it.
And enjoy your time down there. And then the Portsmouth police going after some people. Now I'm hearing some of them are illegal immigrants, but I'm not positive on that. Officers posing as minors on websites, contacting these guys that are looking for sex, and they got them.
Ew, good.
29-year-old Josu Perez Gomez of Acushnet, Mass. 37-year-old Carna McLeod of Newport, and then there was 29-year-old Ricardo Ramirez, Bridgeport, Connecticut. They're awaiting extradition from the one from Connecticut to come to Rhode Island. So,
Yeah,
but
good.
they got them. So
Good. You shouldn't be doing that. You're a grown man.
But it's
Don't do it.
well, you shouldn't.
I know. It's
The
just
only
like
thing-
it's just the one thing that like utterly repulses me, and I have no sympathy, no mercy. You know, you think you're gonna like have some kind of relationship with a
No.
girl? No, right? I
They
know,
don't want
not
a,
a
they don't want a
relationship.
relationship. They want relations.
Yes. Okay, that's what I meant.
Okay,
Right.
all
But
right.
like, no. Bye.
right. I don't know.
See you later.
Do they just think it's easier to convince a child than it is to convince an adult?
Probably, but
That's the only thing I can really
like
think of.
if you're doing it one time, you know, you're like, it's not like, oh, I have never done this before. This is the first time, and
They always say that.
No, right.
What was that? What was that TV show they used to?
You know,
NBC
my
used to do the undercover work where they busted in on the guys thinking something was gonna happen.
yeah.
Can't
So
remember the name of the
my
show.
uncle is a defense attorney, and you know, he's like, well, you know, everybody's innocent. They all say, oh,
Well, ask
I'm
them.
innocent.
Just ask them. Yeah.
Right, just ask them. They're all, I'm innocent.
Oh,
I
it
didn't
was
do
a-
it.
it was a
He's like,
setup.
yeah, neither did anybody else, right? Sure, but you know what? If you're gonna do it, and say, oh, you know, those undercover operations, those things they're not fair. If you're gonna do it and you think that it's the real thing, then like you're gonna do it again, and you probably have done it before. And it's
Okay.
gross, and you need
Yes,
to
it
go
is.
far away.
Okay. Well, they're having their fun on Nantucket, and we had this last week. You know, there was a bomb threat on Nantucket. Then they had 3 hoax bomb threats.
So much fun. They had to do it again.
They kept it.
Wild to me.
That is all in the same place, all on Main. You know, I've never been to Nantucket, but all on Main Street, on the island.
Yeah. Well, there's like one little main street, right? It's
Is
only
there?
like 15 miles.
Okay,
15
so
miles
they
long,
say
maybe.
someone called the Nantucket Communications Center on Saturday saying an explosive device was being placed at 16 Main Street. That's awful specific. That's the same address of a Ralph Lauren store. It was the scene of 2 previous bomb threats last week. Maybe they wouldn't take their return. Searches-
Also, that Ralph Lauren store. So I've been to Nantucket many times. We used to summer
Yeah.
there when I was a kid because we were lucky enough to know somebody who had a house out there and
All right.
let us stay for a week. It was amazing, right? But that Ralph Lauren store is like ridiculously expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Like, they're already expensive, but like
Even more now.
like
In the summertime?
insanity. So maybe they were just.
$200 for a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Search-
In like 1995. No, I'm
oh,
probably
okay.
exaggerating, but
Searches were conducted after each of the threats. All were found to be hoaxes. So someone's just got it out for the store. It seems like.
or
So,
maybe someone who works at the store. Who knows? Just really don't like preppy clothes.
Anymore.
Well, then don't shop there.
don't
Jeez, that's pretty.
I don't know. People are wild.
Yeah. Yep. It was funny because my daughter does not work at Ralph Lauren, but she's up at Old Navy at the outlets, and it was just coming down to her about to leave when a very small child threw up in the store. Yeah. And she goes, "Okay, my shift's over. Bye." Clocked out. Now it's someone else's problem. I said, and it was relatively warm yesterday, so and that's one of the things we talk about the heat that's coming. You got to look out for heat stroke and
Yeah.
heat exhaustion. That's one of the symptoms right there. If you're throwing up, that's
Oh, gosh, yeah.
that's one of them. So, and I'm just thinking, the parents had the kid out for too long. I said, did they just up and run? What did they say? The moms took the child outside, I guess, to go find water or something like that, and the dad just said to one of the managers, "There's an accident back there. Sorry about that," and just left. I said, did it get on any of the clothes? They were in the girls' department, and she said, no, it all got on the floor. It's like, okay, well, that's...
Except it splashes up when it hits floor.
I know, but she didn't think it got high enough to hit. I mean, the child was close enough to the
You really
floor
have
anyway.
to stop this because remember, Melissa used to work in a mercantile, so this is really tough
This-
on her.
Yes, I'm having a flashback. Right now. So during COVID, when I, lost my job because it was travel based, and I was one of the first ones to be let go. And after a few months, I was like, okay, I got a little savings here, but I got to get a job. This is going to be we're in it for the long haul with COVID, right? And I took a job at the mall, Providence Place Mall, because I did what I had to do.
Okay.
And when I finally gave my notice there and I started working here, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, because I'm not like a retail person. Like the very last week I was there, one child came in, and it was winter. It had a runny nose, and there was like this fitting room area, there's couches and stuff and chairs, and he just wipes his nose on the chair. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm not cleaning that up. And then my very last day, a child was walking by the store and just like projectile
In
threw
front of
up.
the store?
Yeah, right in
Okay.
front of the store. And I'm like, all right, I'm out.
I'm all done.
I'm out. I'm done. This isn't part of my job description. Like, I don't get paid enough to clean up bodily fluids, but hey, but the parents, they didn't stop either.
No, they just
Nope,
keep
they
on
just
rolling.
kept
This is
walking.
someone else.
Like, I guess,
This is someone else's problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes
so,
you just don't know how to handle it. I mean,
Maybe not.
The
yeah.
way we were brought up. Okay, fine. Find a responsible person. I may not be able to help you, but you got to know. I'm not just going to walk away ignorantly.
Yeah.
But some people
but
weren't taught that
the
way.
mom should be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Here, or the dad, whoever is with them. I'm so sorry. Have one of them take the kid out. The other one should offer, like, I need some paper towels because my
Or
kid has
something.
had
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
But
things are
or you
different.
could be like, bye.
Bye. That's right. All right, break time here on Coffee. And once again, time for a look at the forecast, being sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Sunny and hot today with a high near 92 degrees, heat index values as high as 95, calm wind. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 66. Tuesday's weather, sunny and hot, high of 93. Wednesday, there's a 30% chance of a slight shower and maybe a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies with a high of 91. Thursday, 40% chance of showers, partly sunny and 88. Friday, sunshine and 83 degrees. Saturday, sunshine and 85. Next Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 90.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, bright sunny skies, 71 degrees. It feels like 80. And questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Information at positivecoach.org.
Hi, this is Steve Tebow from Eston and Richard Insurance. If you own apartment rental property, you should be insured with the premier insurance agency for this type of coverage. Whether you own 2 apartments or hundreds of units, we have a competitive insurance package for your valued properties. Eston and Richard is the largest provider of apartment building coverage in Northern Rhode Island. Call Eston and Richard Insurance at 401-766-4200. We want you to become a satisfied Rhode Island or Mass customer. Call 766-4200 today.
One drink too many can change everything. In a heartbeat, a night out becomes a nightmare. Drinking and driving risks lives. Yours, your friends, a stranger's. Every 39 minutes, someone dies in an alcohol-related crash. Be the hero. Call a ride, hand over the keys, plan ahead. Don't drink and drive. This timely message brought to you by Landmark Medical Center. Visit landmarkmedical.org.
ON Worldwide.
All right, Coffee In here on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray and Dave Richards. Just take a look at, you can't always go by the headlines and what the story is. And I'm looking at one that we got here, Dave, on our news service. And it's up in Massachusetts at Nantasket Beach. And the headline says, person thrown into water off Nantasket Beach has died.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your assumption when you hear that?
Jet ski.
That's not mine. Melissa?
That, like, somebody picked them
Someone
up,
picked them up
physically
and-
picked
and
them up
threw
and
them.
threw them into the water.
Like 2 people
off
grabbed
of a
them.
boat
Let's
or
do a swing. Okay.
Yeah.
No. He was ejected from a boat. That
Okay.
kind of thrown. I'm like, all right.
But not by a person. Like
No.
he was forcibly.
Does
boat-
anybody here know how easy that is to get thrown out of a boat?
Yeah, and then the
if
boat-
if the boat's going fast.
Yeah.
Well, the boat ended up capsizing. So it was
There you
going,
go.
I don't know, hit a wave or was
Yeah.
You're going
something.
to hit a
Right.
wake. You hit a wake.
Hit a wake. So the victim was spotted in the water on Saturday. Witnesses immediately started CPR. The person was taken to the hospital, but pronounced dead soon after arrival. Death remains under investigation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course.
So I thought, oh, here, let's be funny, because guys are like this. Let's throw someone into the water that cannot swim.
Such a bad idea.
And that's not the case here. And all right, so
Yeah.
that's what just, that's
My
what's happened
first
up
thought
there.
was jet ski until I read boat.
Okay, yeah.
But
Can you get thrown from a jet ski?
Oh
I guess-
yeah,
I guess you
yeah.
can.
Going
Oh, yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Your hands are wet.
Yeah.
You hit a
All you
wave,
got to
you can
do
get-
is just hit
Yeah.
hit a wave the right way, and you lose one hand. The other hand now pulls back. Your weight pulls back, and
Yeah.
you're now made a quick left turn, and you are thrown from
Yep,
the jet
yep,
ski.
yep.
Yeah,
All
serious.
right. Okay. I've never ridden one of these things. I've seen people that do them and look like fun.
Next,
Yeah.
next week at the ON picnic, you get a chance to watch the jet skiers.
Okay.
And see just what kind of daredevils them boys are. and I say boys because I don't see a whole lot of ladies doing it.
I think if you go down to the Caribbean, you might see more. Those are always
Well, yeah, probably.
excursions.
But
off
I'm just
of,
saying, out on
cruise lines.
Narragansett Bay, I have
Yeah.
not seen
Okay.
ladies running the jet skis at 40, 45 knots,
All right.
which, I mean, why would you do it in the first place? But they do, and there is no
For the
there's no
thrill.
sea state that is likely to happen in Narragansett Bay that won't have enough waves to throw you off that jet ski if you're going that speed.
Yeah, right.
And then you hit the water like it's concrete.
All right. Now, I don't know if anyone knows this, but in Rhode Island, can you go up to Spring Lake in Burrville and ride a jet ski on Spring
No.
Lake, or down to Lincoln Woods and go in the
No.
Only Pond and,
I would
and ride
guess
one
no.
out there?
I would guess no.
Against the law?
Because they
Probably
are,
local.
a motor vessel.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're not
Well, they're
allowed.
recreational, but they're
Yeah.
a motor vessel.
So no motorized
I would guess
crafts.
it'd be like a
Yeah.
Well,
Lincoln Woods is
on-
a state park, though.
yeah, on
so-
on Spring Lake, I don't know how enforceable it is, but on Spring Lake, as I was growing up in Burrville, they said you can't put a motor on your boat on Spring Lake, but you can put boats out on Spring
Boats,
Lake.
canoes, kayaks.
Because I
those
used
are
to
all
go to
okay.
Spring Lake to fish. Had the
Yeah.
best, tastiest, huge horn pout because it was spring fed.
Yeah.
If you knew where to go, the other end where they're not swimming,
Right.
then you could bring home some fish for supper.
Okay.
Which was our main reason for going fishing. But yeah, and I said, well, what if we went out over there? And they said, well, you can't put a motorized boat on this lake. Just like at Pulaski Park, you can't put a motorized boat on there. But you could drag a boat out there.
Like a sailboat.
Well, we're thinking
is it
rowboats.
too-
We're thinking
okay,
rowboats,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Also up in Boston, you always, you don't like this, but like they said, they're always innocent until they're proven guilty, right?
Everyone's innocent.
Suffolk County Sheriff Stephen Tompkins was released on $200,000 appearance bond. He was arrested on federal charges Friday. You know what he's accused of? Extorting a cannabis company doing business in Boston.
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Oh, you want your license? I can help you.
You just send the cash my
Oh,
way.
my
Wow.
goodness
And they're
me.
basically an all-cash business, so wow. So he was arrested in Florida, and trying to make a break for it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's on vacation. I don't know.
Enjoying
was
the fruits of his extortion.
yes, Tompkins was arrested in Florida,
Well, it's a federal charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
was released after a brief appearance in federal court in the state. Hours later, he must return to... Oh, he's still down in Florida. He must return to
They
Massachusetts.
let him go with the promise and the bail
You gotta
that
come
he,
back?
that he goes back
That's
to
part of the deal.
Massachusetts to face
That's part
it.
of the deal.
Must
Yeah.
return to Mass, report to Boston federal court by August 15th, which is this week. This Friday, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact.
Yep.
So it's like, wow. They must have something on them. Extorting the cannabis. Money from the cannabis companies. Not good.
Not good. Not good.
Let's see. Other things going
Enjoy
on.
your last week in Florida.
So we talked about the guy that got tossed from the boat because it capsized.
Yeah.
Doesn't say if he was wearing a life vest or not. All right. But then over the weekend, when did she get her name changed? When did Kourtney Kardashian become Kourtney Kardashian Barker?
When she married Mr. Barker.
Who's Mr. Barker?
I have no idea.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't follow
Well,
the Kardashians.
neither do I, but we have it here. But so I guess someone took a picture, and they're out on the Pacific Ocean, and her child on a boat not wearing a life vest, and people are you can't do-" So she put out, quote, "Thank you for making me aware." Is how Kourtney and Kardashian Barker responded to fans over their concerns about her toddler not wearing a life vest while boating. The reality TV star and mom of 4 posted a picture on Instagram Friday of the pair out on a boat in a lake. They were in Idaho. Sorry, they were not on the Pacific Ocean. An updated post says she brought her son Rocky the appropriate life vest and added a message of awareness of the dangers of boating without the proper gear.
I don't know about you, but as a child, maybe not a toddler, but definitely as a young child, I definitely was out on the water without a life vest.
It wasn't the big thing.
It wasn't, it wasn't.
When we were kids, and then when Dave was a kid either. It's just you knew where they were. They were usually pointed out.
A lot of folks knew how to swim. Like
Yeah.
I've always been a proficient swimmer. I was on a boat this weekend.
Yeah.
Sailboat, and the crew was like, okay, well, if we need the life vests, they're downstairs. They're down in the like. I was like, how are we gonna get down there if we need them? I'm okay with me, but I'm like, okay. I'm gonna look at who's is everyone here a strong swimmer? Are we good?
I forget where I was. It was either Disney or Universal at one of their water parks, and they have the slow river.
Yeah.
But one of them also has what's called the fast river, and there are lifeguards watching you, and you can't go into the fast river unless you have a life vest on. I said, well, why? Well, it's for your safety, sir. And I'm like that. I was like, well, all right. So you go grab them and you put it on because you don't want to be a pain. And when I got into the fast river,
Yeah.
oh, this
Yeah,
is why
yeah.
you're wearing one, because I could see it. If you weren't wearing one, you would
You
slip
got sucked
under.
under, and yeah.
And now you're roaring along, and now you can't get back up for air. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, it's for your safety.
It is.
Kind
it
of thing.
is.
So, let's listen to the lifeguards. All right. Do you approve of this kind of thing, Melissa? We're just looking at things nationwide. They always have the world's ugliest dog contest.
Oh, I saw that.
You're okay?
Dog.
Are you okay with those kind of contests?
I mean, sure.
All right, all right.
I always feel bad, but the owner of this dog, I follow them on Instagram. I knew who.
Oh, do you?
I knew the dog. No, I didn't know the dog, right? But I knew of the dog.
Okay.
And she has a bunch of ugly dogs. So, she was like, "Oh, my dog won." This is the only reason I knew about it.
Dave, it's a hairless English French bulldog mix.
It is really ugly.
Named Petunia.
It's a mutt. A particularly
right,
unattractive
yeah.
mutt.
So think of
And they
like
won.
what a bulldog looks like with their smashy face and stuff, and then they have no fur. Except she does have some weird sprouts and tufts on the top of her head. She's really
Does that mean that
unusual looking.
But does that mean does the owner clip the hair to make it even look?
No.
Or is that all natural?
No, that they're just like a hairless, like a weird.
And she looks like somebody who works at a 7-Eleven. So,
So
well, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Now this contest, by the way, has been going on
for years.
Nearly 50 years. I didn't
I didn't know it
realize
was that long.
But
I think a dog was cute in an ugly way.
the prize money, $5,000.
Right.
It's not all right. It's nice.
Yeah.
Someone wants to give you $5,000, you'll take it, of course. But I'm like, oh, well, all right. It's just you think it would. You just think it'd be more.
You should see some of the contestants, the dogs that they enter, and they're just they're homely little things. But I love all animals, so.
Okay, even the ones that have the teeth are always showing.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Wonky looking dogs.
So this is bizarre. The Japanese boxing world is reeling after not one but 2 fighters died from injuries suffered during the same event. Now they're not fighting each other.
Were they weren't fighting the same person, right?
No,
Like it's
no.
completely non-related
Yeah, they weren't, but they both died.
at the same event.
Because usually, there's going to be boxing at the Civic Center or the Amp. Well, usually there's like
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
matches. And so that's what happened. Both men were 28. Both died following their matches earlier this month in Tokyo. They each underwent brain surgery, but ultimately passed away.
Yikes.
The president of the World Boxing Council is now calling for more research to find ways to make boxing safer and implement prevention programs. Well, first, put on those helmets
Yeah.
that they wear during sparring. That'll make it safe immediately.
It's a sport where, like, the literal point is for the person to punch you in the head. So, I
But
mean...
you can go to the body.
Yeah, right. But
the real object is to, you get as many... Yeah, you're being judged, and you're trying to get as many points as possible.
But that's, like, actually,
let's
like, the
knock
point.
somebody
Like,
out.
yeah, right.
And that
So-
means I don't have to worry about the points. If I knock you out, I win. And why is it called the sweet science? I don't know. I've never understood that.
Publicity. It's just that's just marketing.
Oh, well, okay. But wow. Yeah, if they put it... But then again, will you get the crowds? Will you get the money if they wear those helmets that they wear during sparring so they don't get brain concussions?
right, yeah.
People, no one will get knocked out, and then no one's going to go.
Concussions are
it's
serious,
bizarre.
serious
Yes, it is.
business. Brain
It's
injury.
the darker side of
is-
human
yeah.
nature.
You're right. Okay. Break time once again here on Coffee and more coming your way. So we ask you to please stick around.
ON Radio.
I love our island shoreline, but our location makes us vulnerable to hurricanes and tropical storms. It's important to be prepared as best we can before the storm hits. You can help by knowing your risk, getting flood insurance, and being familiar with your evacuation route. Let's all do our part to be hurricane strong. The steps we take today can help minimize the damage tomorrow. Learn more at riema.ri.gov.
Sponsored by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
ON Radio.
It's Coffee and here on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. And normally we have Leslie Page from At the Library joining us. And why isn't this working, Dave? But we recorded Leslie to join us. And I have the recording. And let's see. Oh, here it comes. There we go. All right, and let's hear from...
I knew you'd get it eventually.
I would. I was just putting it in the wrong place. That's the way it goes. But let's hear from... Let me get this ready to go. And good. All right.
Stand by, folks.
Leslie's ready to go.
Good morning. The library is closed today for Victory Day. Our regular summer hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed on Saturdays through Labor Day weekend. We offer self-service photocopying and faxing, and our reference department provides notary services free of charge on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., 2 to 4, and 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Tuesday and Friday, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., and 2 to 4 p.m. This week, the Children's Department is offering drop-in crafts on Tuesday, August 12th from 2:30 to 4 p.m., Sensory Exploration Fun on Wednesday, August 13th at 10 a.m., and Markers Picasso Style also on Wednesday, August 13th at 3 p.m. For more information about all children's programs or to register, please call 767-4122. This week, the Teen Department is offering tabletop role-playing game on Tuesday, August 12th at 3 p.m., Storytelling Through Theater on Thursday, August 14th at 3 p.m., and Henna with Pinky also on Thursday, August 14th at 3:30 p.m. For more information on all teen programs, please call 767-4132. The next Tech Tuesday will be held on Tuesday, August 19th at 2 p.m. Learn how to access ebooks and audiobooks on your mobile devices and/or email tips and tricks. Call 767-4124 to register. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. If you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. And we look forward to seeing you at the library.
Thanks, Leslie. Nicely done. Leslie will be back here in person next coming Monday on the 18th for her report of At the Library. All right, Melissa, you're a fan of the animated show South Park?
Yes. I've always loved South Park.
Things are good. South Park is seeing its viewership numbers surge.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
The second episode of the adult animated show's latest season drew an initial audience of 838,000 viewers on Comedy Central. That's nearly double the season premiere's initial number. It's also the third most initial viewership number for an episode in the past 3 seasons. South Park has taken aim at President Trump and his administration in its latest episodes, drawing the ire of the president and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem? Is that it?
Yeah.
Is it N-O-E-M? It's not Noem? Okay. So.
Yeah, they really
skewer?
Yeah, skewered her. Yeah. They do show her shooting and killing a dog in the which is something that she's actually done.
Oh, well, that's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Because, if a dog's not behaving, you just shoot it in the face.
Oh, well, all right. Today is Victory Day here in Rhode Island, but today is also, on the national level, it's National Sons and Daughters Day. So take an extra minute to make sure they know how special they are. All right. Okay. It's also a great day.
That sounds like a made-up...
All these things I think I made up.
Brother-sister day.
It's also a great day to hit the beach for National Play in the Sand Day. And all jokes aside, speaking of the president, it's National Presidential Joke Day. Usually meant to highlight the funny things our nation's leaders often say off the cuff. They're hysterical.
So much to say.
Well, if I can find it real quick. Oh, yeah, here it is. Now, this isn't funny. This is just, it's just being petty. And I dislike pettiness. And I don't know if you heard this, but the official portrait of former President Obama that hangs at the White House is now reportedly out of view from the White House visitors. Trump has moved it. That's according to CNN, which obtained a photo of the Obama portrait now hanging in a corner at the top of the stairwell of the grand staircase. The portraits of former President George W. Bush and former President George H.W. Bush have also been moved. CNN reports sources said the moves were directed by President Trump. The area where the portraits are now displayed is heavily restricted to just the first family, Secret Service agents, and a limited number of White House staff.
Mm-hmm.
So
that tracks.
It's just, I know he's trying to take care of Russia and Ukraine, but this just doesn't even need to be on the agenda.
You mean the war he was going to stop in one day?
1 week.
1 week. Oh, sorry.
I'm working on it. Yeah. And now it's moved to the end of this week.
Right. We'll just keep pushing that date out.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Concept of a plan. All right, I'll stop. But it is Presidential Joke Day, isn't it?
So it is Presidential Joke Day.
Do I get a pass today all day?
No, what you got to do is you got to go online and just Google President Reagan. He told the best jokes. He just told the best jokes, and just so funny.
You know what? George W. was pretty funny, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The son of the older one.
No, the son.
The son.
Yeah.
Okay.
After he got out of office, he got a little jokier. So. Yeah.
All right. So, when you go to the hospital, you think everybody that's working there is accredited and is going to school. and has got a certificate or a degree of some sort, right?
I
Right?
feel like I'm going to
Dave,
hate
right?
this story.
Of course you do. All right.
That's why I don't necessarily hire college graduates. Because that's what you presume.
Yeah. Authorities say a Florida woman has been arrested and criminally charged. She posed as a nurse.
Yeah.
And treated thousands of patients.
That's right.
Autumn Bardisa has been accused of filing fake records, that's how she got the job, to get a job at a hospital in Palm Coast, Florida. So she wasn't just doing it, you read that unlicensed dentists are working just out of their garage.
Yeah, right.
She's working in a hospital, coming in contact with patients all the time. All right. She worked there from June of 2024 to January 2025. A good solid 6 months.
How does this happen? So did she have
And she
like
treated close to 4,500 patients.
Yeah. So did she have a background in nursing and just couldn't get accredited? Or is she just like random person?
Well, let's
off
see.
the street?
She's 29. She's been charged with 7 counts of practicing a healthcare profession without a license, 7 counts of fraudulent use of personal identification information. Maybe she stole somebody else's. Did she go to... It doesn't say if she went to school at all. A photo released by the sheriff's office shows her arrest on August 5th while wearing medical scrubs, and a jail records show she's now being held on $70,000 bond.
Right. But
Wow.
you ever out and about in the wild, right? You see somebody in scrubs and you're like, oh, that's a doctor. And then they end up being like a veterinary technician because they also have to wear scrubs.
Yeah.
So you see somebody who looks official, throw a stethoscope around your neck. I mean, you're in a setting where you're supposed to be able to trust folks.
If you come in by ambulance and they're wheeling in on the stretcher and
right, you're not gonna right.
The nurse comes in. We're gonna take your blood pressure and temperature and all that.
Save me.
Here you go. You hand out your arm and do it. You don't ask questions.
Right.
You don't say, "Where'd you go to school? Can I see your degree?" No. Someone else has asked that question.
You hope
before
right.
you. That's
you
right.
Hope.
That's why you're here.
Or at least ran a little check and did a little research.
Filing false records to get a job.
Right, but if they looked legit, then
how
do you...
It makes you wonder, because I've never had to do this, but how many interviews do nurses and doctors go on when they're being hired by a hospital?
Right.
More than one?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think they snag them up if they got a pulse.
Well, also, what do they call the person who graduates last in their class from med school?
Doctor. That's right.
Exactly.
You never asked that. Hey, where'd you graduate in your class?
I wonder if hospitals should adopt
last.
the FCC's position on all of this. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just live under it. But the funny thing is, during the 1990s, during the famous deregulation, the FCC said, it's like this. We have all these licenses for all these people, certifying that they've taken a test and they know how to work on transmitters and stuff like that. And you know something, boys and girls? We're tired of doing it. It's dumb work. We can cut our staff if we don't do it anymore. So it's like this. Everybody who has a license is responsible for determining the qualifications of the people who work on your gear.
Govern yourself.
It's all on you.
Okay, fine.
It's kind of like they listen to our commercials on this station and all the other Rhode Island stations that say, the General Assembly does not certify specialization for lawyers.
Yeah.
And the FCC said, great, that puts it in squarely in the consumer's hands of determining hey, we're off the hook. Let's do it that way.
All right. Melissa, are you in your age bracket, are you a Gen Zer?
Oh, let's not talk about age. That's impolite.
No, I'm okay with people knowing my age. I'm a Gen Xer.
Oh, okay.
100%.
So am I. Okay.
As Z comes after X, so they're younger?
Yeah.
Yes. That's how that works.
Because I never really got... I know I'm a baby boomer. After that, the rest of it, it's just alphabet soup for me. I didn't quite get the year age brackets.
After the baby boomers, there's us, the Gen Xers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's Z? Or is there a Y in there, too?
When does...
No, there's millennials.
Oh, there's millennials, too.
Oh, those were the... okay.
Yeah.
And then there's Gen Z. Okay.
But the millennials are
Well, anyway,
30 now,
what would,
40.
What would 1983 birth be?
Gen X.
Gen X.
That'd be Gen X?
Yeah.
So my daughter is the same as you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a pretty...
So
it goes up to 85.
Yeah, it's like 1965 all the way to 80-something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
20 years they figure for a generation, don't they? Yeah.
I bring it up because if you ask Gen Z, they say love is overrated. A new dating survey by matchmaking service Talkifi says 46% of Gen Zers would choose long-term financial stability over romance, and almost 1 in 3 said they'd even take back an ex if that ex got rich.
I see that generation's been taught all the important things in life.
Show me the money. The survey also found that 1 in 10 Gen Z women say their ideal match should make $200,000 or more per year, and most won't settle for less than $80,000. Millennials, on the other hand, have no problem with a broke and magical relationship, with 59% choosing love over financial security. Most Gen Zers also don't date anyone without a job, with 46% saying they wouldn't date someone who's unemployed even if they found them attractive. So there.
It doesn't say anything about Gen X.
No.
We're just like...
No, we're okay.
Yeah, right. Like we survived. We were born, like basically born in the 70s and like raised in the 80s, so we don't actually care about anything.
We're the generation that drank from the hose and rode our bicycles with no helmets and stayed out until the street lights came on and everybody was fine.
The original
that's the original
latchkey kids.
Yeah, that's right. We're also the ones that said we're so glad the internet wasn't around when we were doing stupid stuff. There's no record of it.
No kidding.
All right, that'll do it for the show for today. We'll end on that note. Dave, thanks for being here today.
Happy to be here, and enjoy the rest of Victory Day, folks.
That's right. Melissa,
it may be your last one. You never know what those legislative critters are going to do down in Providence.
Try to get rid of it.
Because they may have such a financial issue. They may be under such a malaise at the end of the next legislative session in 26 that they're looking for something to do that no one's going to criticize them for.
It wouldn't be that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that probably.
It wouldn't be that.
But I mean, they could entertain it just to distract themselves.
The bill comes up every year.
You take away a 3-day weekend, people are going to get upset.
Folks want a day off in August.
Yeah. They just want
it's not. It's the timing.
But it's only 2 weeks away from Labor Day.
Right. And a couple of weeks after 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like it's the August holiday. So that's really like the biggest thing is like people are like, well, I want a day in August.
Yeah. So there you go. All right.
You can't take that away from people.
All righty.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
All right. This is Joe Callahan. We'll talk again this afternoon at 2 here on ON AM and FM.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says he'll talk today about crime and beautification in D.C. In a Truth Social post on Sunday, the president said a news conference he's going to hold today, in his words, will not only involve ending the crime, murder, and death in our nation's capital, but will also